Welcome to the ACB Caribbean Parish League Network and the start of the Sir Richardson Limited Overs competition, the 30 overs. Today we are at Clare Hall School Field, and the combatants today are MAHICO and FREETOWN. FREETOWN have won the toss and have elected to bat. They have gotten on the way. We are in the first over. They have gotten off the mark with a leg by, as you can see so far. We had a slightly late start, but we are on the way now in this 30 overs Richardson competition, Antigua Parish League Network. My name is Colin Francis, and it's our pleasure to be here bringing this game to you. I bring you greetings on behalf of the ACB Parish League Network, Taddy Arundel, Earl Richards. My fellow commentators will be arriving shortly. Wife, Hilary, Emmanuel. As you see, we're still in the first over here. FREETOWN having won the toss and elected to bat. So, my squirrel has left me briefly. He should be back shortly. So please bear with us as we settle in the first day, opening day of the 30 over, which is a limited over competition. And down the leg side, it's a wide signal there by the umpire. It's a pretty warm day here in Antigua, here at Clare Hall. It has gotten a bit overcast of late, but it's still quite warm out there. The sun is just about out still, though. As the players will have to keep themselves well hydrated on this warm day. It is a good day for cricket nonetheless, a good day for the spectators. I'm sure the cricketers themselves would prefer more cool conditions. So we've just seen the end of the first over. Yeah, FREETOWN against MAHICO. It's 30 overs aside competition. 10. The score is after 1 over 10 without loss. As we ask you to bear with us as we settle in the technical difficulties that we have to overcome, but our technical team is working overtime and they have gotten it together so far. We did get off to a bit of a late start, but we are up and running. Hope you are enjoying the broadcast. It's the Antigua ACB Caribbean Parish League Network as we bring you the 30 overs aside. So Richardson 30 overs limited overs competition, which starts today. This one of the matches being played today, MAHICO against FREETOWN here at the Clare Hall field. Yes, as we see the second over here, a left arm spinner, and that is indeed something we're seeing more and more in cricket these days. Spinners opening the bowling in these limited overs contests. Okay. This bowler, left arm, orthodox spinner, is very much on target. He's keeping the batsman pinned down. Yes, we see the first ball of the first wicket. The batsman, the ball perhaps made a bit more height than he expected. He attempted to guide it, but it went at a very, very nice height, about shoulder height to the fielder at first slip, who took the catch gleefully. MAHICO was in a huddle celebrating. We've seen the fall of the first wicket. The score on 10, I think I don't recall any runs in this over. But, so Freetown losing their first wicket in the second over. And as you were saying, this bowler, this left-arm spinner, is very much on target from ball one, had the batsman pinned down. So I can say, I guess it's no surprise that we've seen this first wicket. Exactly, the ball made more height than the batsman expected, and it went comfortably to the first slip fielder, who took the catch gleefully. New batsman at the crease. Yuan Tong. So it's the end of the second over. The score 10-1. Freetown having elected to bat after winning the toss.
Yep, Kerry, how you doing?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Not right now.
Here we see now commencement of the third over from the northern end here at Clare Hall playing field. Batsman went back and just played it down into the offside, no run. It's the sun has come back out in all its glory here. We did about an hour ago get overcast conditions and a little slight drizzle. Nothing to worry about in terms of the game and getting the game on the way, but the sun is certainly back out in all its glory now, and it is a very warm afternoon here at Clare Hall. As we say, thank you to our sponsors, ACB, as they bring you this network, allowing us to bring this cricket to you. And that one has lofted all the way over to the long on boundary. It was in the air for a long time and trickled into the boundary. So that's 4 runs. Okay, he's beaten out there. That ball again making a little height. Just outside off stump. The batsman might probably tell you he pulled out of it, but I'm sure the bowler would say he beat the bat there. It went through about shoulder height to the wicket keeper. It's from a distance, the pitch looks a good one. As the batsman is flying at this one, it goes in the air over the slips and down to the third man who runs around. Affects the stop. In the meantime, the batsmen take a single. Just bear with us a minute as we bring you this running score. Batsman is well tossed up, taken on the pad again. The batsman was playing a cross-batted shot. Umpire had a look, but again on move. As you see, the end of the fourth over. Freetown winning the toss and electing to bat. They've lost one wicket so far. Score 15. Oh, first ball at the start of the fifth over. On the off stump, the batsman played a head in the air type of drive, took the edge just over first slips. Who got a hand to it, reacted a bit slowly in my opinion when the ball came down. Yeah, the third man tied it up, third man fielder. And batsman crossed for a single. That's right, full toss. Again, about on the off stump, the batsman playing not straight, yes. Trying to slug it on the onside. Didn't make proper contact, the ball just trickled out onto the offside. Batsman, the bowler tried a pace-off delivery. It's a term that's being used quite a lot these days. Slow ball, as he tries again. And this ball he again seen outside of. And this went in the air, this third man fielder. Fumbling it down there, that couldn't tidy up as well. And went through the hand and into the boundary for 4. Sloppy work there by that youngster on the third man fence. His captain will not be pleased with him. As the bowler is back to his mark. Right arm over the wicket. That's one shot and off stump. Sung down backward of square. 4 more runs. Yeah, these. So it's the MAHICO will have to tighten up on their fielding and the bowling. That last delivery or last couple of deliveries were a bit short, not well directed. Batsman for the last one had all the time just to go back, pull it back with the square for 4. The man at square leg had no chance. Again outside the off stump, maybe the bowler slow ball, but the batsman playing an almighty heave, missed completely and the ball went through gently to the wicket keeper. As we continue. Again, short, going down the leg side, beating the keeper, and it's gone through for 4. Wides. Okay. Again, short, but just on a length. Batsman played a drive out to cover. Fields, no run. End of the 5th over. Score now just over 22 for 1. We have seen one chance go down in the slip. Over. And left arm orthodox spinner continuing from this is seven, and this is his third over. And again, he's on point, on a good line length. Batsman could do nothing with that one. Play it gently out to a short extra cover. That's what unclear. He's bowled. My goodness, and that's the fall of the second wicket. Just he bowled him. The reaction there was quite delayed. Batsman stood and was, he's almost in amazement as what had happened. The ball kept a bit low and was pushed through. He was on the back foot, but he couldn't get down in time, and it went into the stumps. It looked like it took the off stump. So that's the fall of the second wicket. MAHICO, FREETOWN, sorry, having won the toss and electing to bat. This is the sixth over. Batsman going in. So the new batsman going out. Number 4 is Keith Baltimore. The score. Well, I think it's 30 for 2. We are in the 6th over. I think MAHICO will be really pleased or content with progress so far. The scoring rate is about 5 and over, 2 wickets down. So it has not going away from them, but we believe FREETOWN have a little depth in their batting. This one is Ruby's, and he's right up, and his bumper hand goes up, taken on the pad. So Baltimore goes without scoring. First ball. That's all of the third wicket here. FREETOWN will have to dig deep and regroup, so to speak, and try and consolidate. The scoring rate is about 5 and over. Not bad, certainly not a runaway in this form of cricket. It is 30 overs aside. So it's good if you're not scoring wickets, you're laying a base, so to speak, in terms of keeping the scoreboard ticking at almost a runner ball. But when you're losing wickets, you're going to put yourself under pressure. So let's see how we progress. New batsman going out to the crease. Get his name in a second. Hello. Whoa. Yo, what's the name of the batsman who just went in? The new batsman is Watley. He just faced his first ball. Freetown now on their toes, their tails are up, so to speak. This left arm spinner, orthodox spinner, I'm really impressed with him. His control, his line and length, almost immaculate. This one, Watley's back and playing it out to that short extra cover. End of the over, end of the 6th over. Freetown winning the toss and deciding to bat. I've lost 3 wickets so far. The score on 30. For 3. It's the, you're watching the Antigua ACB Caribbean Parish League Network, and we are bringing you the 30 overs, the start of the Richardson 30 overs, limited overs, 30 over side competition. MAHICO against Freetown. We played here at Clare Hall. Freetown won the toss and decided to bat. They are 32 for 3, and we are in the start of just seen the start of the 7th over. MAHICO will have to, not MAHICO, Freetown will have to consolidate here. Oh, outside the off stump. The MAHICO, the Freetown batsmen, I think, are playing T20 strokes. 30 overs is quite a lot of overs, and you have the chance to settle in and then go blasting, but they have been swinging from ball 1. Oh, and you see the fall of another wicket. This ball made a bit more height, or maybe it held up on the pitch a bit. But again, we saw the batsman not trying to play straight, but the bat coming down, and maybe the ball came a little later than he expected, lobbed up, and the bowler took an easy return catch. Just happened to back step a few for holding on to that catch. So there we have it, the fall of the 4th wicket. Freetown, not quite in tatters yet, but certainly in a spot of bother. As we see Clayton Payne, that's Clayton, correct? Payne? Clayton. Striding out to the batsman, to the wicket. And with 4 wickets down already, the innings are only 7 overs old. Freetown will be well advised to try and consolidate, play themselves in before trying those lofty and lusty hits. Sun has disappeared. It's beginning to look quite grey and overcast. Misfield here by the bowler to his own bowling, as Payne gets off the mark. As we continue. Sun has disappeared. You can feel the temperature drop a bit. It's certainly quite cool looking towards the north and the northeast. It's quite thick, the cloud cover. Up in the east we can see blue, as we can down to the west. So it's not that it's threatening to rain, but certainly the sun has disappeared. And you're suddenly aware that it's an overcast day. End of the 7th over. End of the 7th over. I'm just getting a signal from the scorer, the official scorer here for the network. She tries to tidy up some of the data entry on the system. But I estimate the score to be 35 after 7. I see a change of bowling here. Finally, when I say finally, that the bowler, the tall left arm spinner who started from this the 7 end, was certainly on point and on target. Kept FREETOWN very quiet. So change of bowling, right arm spinner, look like an off spinner. He leaves his first ball to Cleaton Payne. Plays it back down the pitch on the onside. The bowler fields to his own bowling. Tossed up, the airplane drives in the side. No, he doesn't. Down to long off boundary. Right long off for 4. 4 runs. 4 runs here. Good shot. Found the bowler was the fielder there to, was 38. We are in the 8th over. Score 38 for 4. Taking on the pad there, the bowler was quite confident, but the umpire very much unmoved. Mr. Bowler. Tannis Francis is the bowler, right arm, off breaks. He's online pretty much so far. I'll send it into over pitch a bit. As he continues bowling to Payne. Okay, so there's a quicker one, hustling through the batsman, shuffling back, coming down on it on time, playing it back down the pitch. So it's a bit more tossed up on the off stump again, driven to the 4 more runs. So over pitch there by Francis, and Payne just stroking it nicely down to long off. 4 runs. That takes the score to 42 for 4. We are in the 8th over. FREETOWN batting, having won the toss and electing to bat. So Tanez will have to, as I said, he is tending to over pitch, and certainly Payne took advantage of that last delivery. Well tossed up as he stroked it down to long off. Wide long off for 4. Again, the fielders there have to show more vigilance and alertness. So you see that was the end of the 8th over. We've had 8 overs so far. So you're seeing here the start of the 9th over. Change of bowling. That one is short, and the batsman went back and banged it down to long on. 4 runs. 4 runs. That takes the score to 46 for 4. We are in the 9th over. Bowler The, the bowler, Michael Cornelius. This is first over. He's in his first over, but that ball certainly was very short. As he comes in again off a short run, slow medium again, and he beaten the batsman, the outside off. So who pushed, prodded. Can't say he drive, just a push, or attempted drive, just a little push, but he was beaten. The ball went through to about knee height to the keeper. It will be interesting to see the approach of the Freetown batsman. After having lost 4 wickets, one is short on the off stump. He plays it down to third man, all along the ground. Wheeler coming in, checks the fielding and returns 1 run. So the bowler here off quite a long run. Staying a long run. 1, 2, about 10 paces. Oh, he hammers that one. Just outside the off stump, made good height. Payne attempted to hook, pull, miss, and the ball went through the keeper. Clayton Payne, we know it's a former national youth player. If I'm not mistaken, he attended the Antigua Grammar School, Semper Wirens. That's indeed, certainly he's a former youth national player. This ball, saw a ball on the off stump, but just outside, clean. What's the measure of it? So it's not beaten really by this lack of pace. Drove it out to mid-off, halfway to the boundary, mid-off. Maybe more than that, 3/4 way to the boundary. He came in, effected the fielding. No run. Cornelius continues. Whose ball is short outside, very wide, and indeed signaled by the umpire. So another one to the total there for Freetown, taking the score to 49. 49 for 4. We are in the 9th over. So it's early days yet. Yeah, indeed, it's 30 overs aside competition. This one again, short outside the off stump. The batsman went across as if he was contemplating flashing at it, did not, and the ball went through. So it's the end of the 9th over. 49 for 4. Freetown having elected to bat. As you say, it's noticeably cooler here with the absence of the direct sunlight. It's a slightly overcast day. As we look to the east, we can still see blue. Look to the north of the ground there, we quite overcast, and as we come around to the west, a bit overcast. I see quite a thick black cloud down there, but going as you go to the west, the horizon, you see the blue coming through. You see the 10th over commencing here. Tennis Francis, the ball played backward of square to square leg, no run. 49 for 4, MAHICO having elected to bat. This one is short, keeping a bit low and going down the leg side. Payne kind of swung half, turned it down to a leg slip, if you could call it a fly leg slip. No run. Francis continues. Short again, and did it went back and pulled it around. 4 runs. I thought for a moment it had cleared the boundary ropes, but 4 runs to Payne. And that should bring up the 50. I think for MAHICO. The score is 53 for 4. We are in the 10th over. Well, 1/3 of the way through. So we were saying earlier that Freetown will have to consolidate, having lost some quick wickets there. The second, the third and fourth wicket went down quite quickly. Yes, so they will have to consolidate. They will have 30 overs to bat, and having lost 4 wickets, I don't think another tumble of 2 or 3 quick wickets would see them in trouble. Quick single taken there by Payne. As he just turned it out on the leg side. The square leg coming in, couldn't stop them from hustling that single. 55 for 4. Paco. Okay, so there you have it. Good ball there to end the 10th over. Francis, the batsman, just played it out on the offside, couldn't get a run. So we've seen 10 overs haven't been completed. So the score is 54 for 4 of the 10 overs. Who's the batsman with Payne? Watley. Okay. Batsmen at the wicket, Payne and Watley, Yannick Watley. So see, the start of the 11th. Alright, short, and this one is pulled around, back with the square, down into the square school ground. 6 runs, signaled by the umpire. That ball was very short. Payne, experienced as he is, I'd say he's a former youth player for Antigua. Very good batsman coming up in his youth. And he wasted no time in just hoisting that over square leg. 6 runs as the ball has to be retrieved out of the Clare Hall school grounds. The score has now rushed to 60 for 4 in the 11th over. As the ball is finally retrieved, thanks to a spectator over there, spectator security man in the Clare Hall school yard. We continue. Short again, this time though. Slightly quicker delivery to Payne, could pull it to square leg. Who fumbled? The square leg fielder just forward of the umpire, who fumbled it, enabling the batsman to hustle a single. 61 for 4. Brings Watley on to strike. Slow ball. Cornelius continuing. The 11th over. 10 pace. Right on. This one is full. Signal wide by the umpire. I'm a bit surprised. I thought that the ball was turned off of the hip Well, the umpire signaling wide. Okay. I guess I have to check my eyes here, but yours. Cornelius continues to Watley, breaks his run and does not deliver. Umpire signals dead ball. Again, short, just outside off zone. The batsman is back, punched it down to backward point on the boundary. Third man ran around, corrected the stop. Batsmen contemplated going for a second, changed their mind, 1 run. It's Cornelius to continue. So much better directed ball there. Payne could do nothing but just come forward on the off stump and play it quietly down to a very short mid wicket. Who has seen as if he is that mid-wicket fielder has just been advised to go back to conventional. He's walking in quite rapidly. As short, punched backward, forward of square on the offside. 4 more runs to Keaton Payne. That ball is short, slow, just outside the off stump. Payne had all the time in the world to just go back and punch it. Very nicely indeed. Forward of point. And for 4. It's the end of the 11th over. 69 for 4. And again, I have to say that the MAHICO fielders are not shoulders drooping, but they're not showing the alertness that one would expect to see to keep the fielder, to keep the batsman quiet. As you see Tenez Francis continuing here from the northern end. This is his 3rd over. It's the 12th of the innings. Well done by the fielder there. The ball turned around back with the square leg fielder scampered across, went down, effected the stop. Batsmen had to change their mind from taking that single, no run. Well done there. That's what we need to see from the MAHICO players if they are to restrict Freetown to a reasonable to a low score, something that they could chase successfully when their turn comes at the crease. Oh, that ball kept low. Outside the off stump. Watley played and missed. You mix up out there. Oh, wow. Well, let's recap what happened here. The batsman was scampering for a second run. Some sort of obstruction occurred to Payne as he was coming back to the non-strikers, and he fell. And the fielder did not break the stump, so I guess that's extraordinary there, in my opinion. In the end, they got one run. As we continue. So there you go. It's the end of the over. 12 overs. Well, I was surprised that he didn't at least break the stumps and then ask questions later. But Good sportsmanship by the field inside there, because the batsman was obstructed as he was trying to get back to for his second run. So we've seen a completion of 12 overs. Okay. So after 12, the score was the score, please? 71 for 4 after 12. Was it Marcelin?
Yeah,
Johan Marcelin is the new bowler as we after 12 overs. So this is the 13th over. A new bowler, bowling change here at the northern end. Start of the 13th. Right arm. Whoa, he starts with a wide, very wide outside the off stump. But didn't play. Signal wide, so Marcelin needs to warm up, get his radar right. The batsman actually crossed. So as Marcelin back at the top of his mark, 10 to 15 steps as he comes in, right arm over. Wide again, the keeper stops and signal wide again by the umpire. And rightly so. Marcelin certainly not getting the radar correct. Letting things slip. As he tries again. Short. Watley went back and slapped it back down the wicket on the onside. The man at long on affects the field and the batsman cross. Not a good start here by Marcelin. This the 13th over. Short again, outside the off stump, punched through extra cover, mid off, runs around, tracks the field and returns. In the meantime, batsman cross for 2, so 2 more runs to Payne. We'll give you his total at the end of the over. MAHICO cannot afford to loosen up at this stage. Again, shot and that ball took off. Wow, I'm surprised. Bouncer, rose, beat, went over the keeper's head. 4 buys. Or is it 4 wides? That's 4 buys or 4 wides? Wides, 4 wides. The ball went ballooned. This is not a good over for MAHICO. As Payne settles again. Wide, short, pulled over mid-wicket, went all the way for 6. Wow. Certainly not a good over for Marcelin. And the batsmen of Freetown are cashing in. And as we were saying, that after losing a little flurry of wickets, so to speak, the second and the third and fourth wickets went down very quickly. Freetown have to consolidate, and indeed they are doing that, but MAHICO making things easy for them. As Marcelin breaks his run, miss his run up there. Dead ball signaled by the umpire. As I look towards the east there, the clouds seem to be thickening up. I hope that the weather doesn't interrupt this match. But the cloud cover on the eastern side is certainly thickening. Short again outside, just outside off, and it's slapped over mid-wicket. 4 runs this time to Payne. Certainly cashing in. This definitely is not a good over for MAHICO, and very productive one for Freetown. As the score rushes up to 93 runs in this over so far. About 25. This is 13th over. As Marcelin continues. Again, shot outside after and wide and duly signaled by the umpire. Wow. Marcelin. That's the 3rd wide, or rather the 4th wide in the over. So this is a very long over. The score has rushed up into the 90s. Short and wide outside the off stump again, and duly signaled by the umpire. Wow, and a young bowler having a rough time. You should see the captain going up and offering him some words of advice. We've not seen that happening, or advice or encouragement. The mid-off fielder, I just had a word with him a while ago, but certainly all much better on the stumps. Is it Payne or Watley? Payne on strike. Just played it out to mid-off position. Extra cover moved around and affected the fielding. No run. As Marcelin continues. On the off stump, a bit short, but this time his line was better. Played out to cover. 1 run to Payne. So it's the end of the 13th over. The score is 96 for 4. Freetown batting. That was a very productive over for Freetown. MAHICO, after pulling things back and keeping Freetown quiet, so to speak, of now letting things slide. Let's see the reaction of MAHICO now, as it seems like Tenez Francis is continuing right arm over off spin bowling. First ball played out to extra cover position, no run. Ball played down to a long off position. The batsman quite humbled at 1 run. The ball went right down to the long off boundary. It didn't put the field under any pressure. They settled for the 1 run. That ball tossed up, driven out to mid-off, who is halfway to the boundary. I guess 1 run resulting to Watley on that occasion, who is now the non-strikers end. That mid-off fielder, as we saw, might starting to drizzle. It is starting to drizzle, quite a heavy drizzle. Quicker ball there by Francis, play down backward of square leg fielder goes around, stops, no run. And indeed they have to believe the field, the rain is quite heavy now. I did say that on the eastern side the clouds are thickening up, and unfortunately the clouds have burst, letting out the precious juices. But unfortunately for us here in the cricket match, we have to come off the field. Just as it's developing into quite interesting match. That's the nature of cricket. The score, what's the score? 98 for 4. 13.5 over, so we're in the 14th over, but unfortunately the rain has stopped play here. It's sounding quite heavy on the roof here in our pavilion. So we saw FREETOWN winning the toss in this first match of the Richardson 30 over limited competition here in the ACB Caribbean Parish League tournament. FREETOWN won the toss, elected to bat. They have progressed to 96 for 4 at one stage. 98 for 4, but after 6 overs in the 7th over they were 60, just about, under 50 for 4, and in danger of collapsing, but we have seen Clayton Payne and Yannick Watley consolidate and push the score along. We are now 98 for 4 after 14 overs, well, 1 ball short of the 14th. Rain having interrupted play. So Payne and Watley have consolidated quite well and have brought FREETOWN right back into this match, so to speak. Because they were not tottering, but certainly having lost those 2 quick wickets there to take them to 50-something for 4, in danger of getting into a spot of bother themselves. But they have pulled it back. I have to say that MAHICO kind of slackened off a bit in them, their whole body language and the way they were moving on the field. The tightness of the fielding, the alertness of the fielders left a little bit to be desired. And certainly that 13th over there by young Marcelin, where he bowled quite a few wides and short balls. He was clobbered for 20-something runs in that over. The score has rushed from the 70s into the 90s. We are now 96 for 4 after 13.5 overs. Unfortunately, the rain, which was threatening earlier at midday, we saw the clouds starting to gather. We had a very light drizzle. Can't say that it delayed the start. We should have had a 1:15 start. We got underway at 1:30, but the crowds had been gathering a bit and it became a bit overcast. And when play did get underway, though, the sun came out in all its glory. Still slightly overcast, but the sun was out and it was pretty warm out there. Pretty warm afternoon. It has cooled down considerably now as we are in the middle of the shower, which has interrupted play. So we have to sit this one out until the rain eases up. I'm going to cut. So we will be back shortly, hopefully, to bring you more ACB Caribbean 30 overs aside competition. The Richards, the start of it, it's MAHICO against Freetown. Freetown having won the toss and elected to bat 96 for 4 after 13.5 overs. We'll be back shortly. Very disconcerting when I can't hear myself, but make out right. So he's live, he's on there. Go. Okay, welcome back here to the ACB Caribbean Parish League Network. Where the match has been interrupted by rain, and the rain is not looking like it's going to let up anytime soon. But I'm sitting here with Mr. Clayton Payne, a member of the FREETOWN team. Payne, welcome to your studios, welcome to our microphones.
Thank you very much.
When you, I advise, first of all, that you are a former under-19 national player.
Correct.
Is how, if you don't mind me getting into your history, how far did you go on in cricket? As far as Antigua under-19 national team, leewards, what tell us?
Okay, well, in my early career, I was playing with the combined schools, who was obviously coached by Taddy Arundel at the time. I was 16 years old, just getting out of the grammar school.
Yes.
And I was selected as the captain for Antigua under-19 team. We played a tournament. I got selected for the Leeward Islands under-19 to go to Barbados that year. And when I came back, still at 16 years old or thereabouts, I played for the Antigua senior team in St. Martin.
Okay.
So I've reached that far, however, it just did not translate over into a long, successful career at that level.
Okay. I'm kind of remembering now and putting two and two together because my son was in grammar school. I think he was a few years after you.
Okay.
You were the captain of the team. You went to Barbados to study.
Correct.
From after school and state college, etc.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Did you play cricket in Barbados?
I did play cricket in Barbados. I got a few opportunities, but you know how it is in Barbados.
Okay.
I had a few knockouts because at the time when I went to bat, I was batting at 6, 7 in the middle order, and by that time, I guess they think that we have enough runs, so there wasn't a lot of big scores, opportunities for big scores. I would have made a few half centuries, but not big centuries as I would like.
Yeah.
I did go to England while I was in Navy, and on that tour I did very well. I remember vividly the first 3 matches. I was averaging 146.
Wow.
290 something runs. I had a good time in England. Having come back, I did go to trials, but I didn't really get an opportunity in trials. From then, it was more like, okay, I had to try and balance life now, where I need to get an income.
Yes.
Because I'm not working, and I have to play cricket still.
Yeah.
So as time went on, I was still scoring runs, but not more than anybody else per se. I was still averaging a good average, maybe 40s. But the selectors just didn't see it.
You needed to have a wow impact to really get into
I
the...
guess so. There was one season when me and Orlando Peters were back to back. Orlando would score 100, I score 100. Orlando score 100, I score 100. And then the season came to an abrupt end for us, where we got disqualified because of a game we played with a combined school child. Because I was the captain of the Liberta Blackhawks team at the time.
At the time, okay.
And so we didn't get to continue our tournament, but I was having a very good season. I thought that it would have been the time, and, you know, Clinton thing would have been one to reckon with.
Unfortunately, things didn't quite work out. But, okay, that's quite interesting. And life out, and you have to balance that with life and making a living. Okay, thanks for that brief history. Let's get to today's game now. Freetown, I thought that MAHICO started quite steadily in terms of not being loose. They got some quick wickets. You came in there. The score was 50-something, I think, for 4 or so at the time.
Right.
And I was here saying that Freetown has to consolidate. I mean, it's 30 overs. It's quite a lot of overs. Tell me how you approached it, and was you at that time what and you were thinking?
Yes, definitely. When I went out there, my first assessment was that the pitch looked like it was freshly prepared. So some of the balls were shooting and some were bouncing.
Okay.
So I decided it's not one of those pitches that you would able to just buckle down. When you do get the bad balls, you got to put them away, because at any point you will get something that will shoot on you. So definitely I was watchful, and I tried to, whenever I got the opportunity, to put away the bad balls.
Okay.
I was batting with Yannick, and Yannick is quite quick between the wickets, so I decided that, okay, I have a youngster with me that would be able to run. So wherever there's a good ball and I can put it just in the gap when we get a single, we'll do that. And I was speaking to him as well for him to follow suit, hopefully impart some knowledge on him as well. So that was the approach going out.
Yannick Watley.
Correct.
Is how old is he?
I think Yannick is about 20.
Okay.
He's quite young.
Okay.
Between 20 and 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to name. I'm not into the cricket and the local cricket, but
Yes.
as if I heard the name in connection with maybe the youth cricketers or
He's
something.
definitely a bowling all-rounder.
A bowling all-rounder.
Yeah, he bowls. He's a left-arm seamer.
Okay.
And he moves the ball both ways. But we try to encourage him to bat as well. You know, try to not be they call it one suit type cricket.
I did make the observation here at the start of the innings of the batsmen are playing quite loosely, I think, and we really giving it away, so to speak, playing a lot of cross-batted shots as if it was a 20-over match rather than a 30-over match where you have time to at least consolidate for a bit.
Right, because at one point I asked the umpire how much overs were bowled, and he said 9, and I was like, wow, we have so much time out here.
Exactly, yeah.
We still have a lot of time.
We talked about the pitch. Some of the balls, was it hugging the ball? And
Some hugged, some shoot.
shooters, I saw quite a few that went through low.
A few popped over the head. Right, we saw that. So as I said, definitely see that the pitch has not been really played on recently. Like, it's freshly prepared. So it was one that you would have to be more cautious. And as I said, when you get the loose deliveries,
Put them away. Well, the 13th over there, bowled by the youngster Marcelin, I think is his name. He really gave you guys some lollipops and brought some wides there.
he was bowling short.
Too short.
When I assessed him, I realized that his run-up was really too long. So he wasn't getting to the crease at all. So I knew that he was just going to go short all day.
Okay. So, well, unfortunately, the rain, and Taddy was saying he doesn't look to him as if we're going to get to continue. How does it look?
Well, I will concur. I will agree.
Oh man.
We didn't have any covers today, and the rain did pour down quite heavily. So
Okay.
I was actually looking forward to making a big score today. And I don't think you would believe me if I tell you this is the first time I hold a bat since last year.
Wow. Okay. Well.
It was a good feeling.
Okay. Well,
You know.
looking at you from out here, you could see that the experience is there. So,
Yes.
try to say form is temporary and class is permanent.
I guess so.
Well, congratulations. What's this? How much are you on? You're 50 yet? Didn't check with this.
Pain.
Yeah. What? 40. Okay. That's it. Yeah, but so you're not quite at 50 yet.
Yeah, 40 from 27.
40 from 27.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
quite quick.
That's quite good. Well, congratulations. Unfortunately, rain has spoiled the party, so to speak, but congratulations on your good return to
And
cricket.
one of the things, though, I was quite concerned. I was wondering if we were going to have Parish League this year, but I'm happy
Yes,
to see
yes.
that we have so many teams this time around.
Okay.
And hopefully the competition would be a little better, a little stronger.
Yeah.
I see a few first-class players playing with the MAHICO team
Okay.
as well.
So that should make it interesting and
it
more
makes it a little bit
competitive.
more competitive and challenging,
yeah. Yeah,
which is always good for the sport.
indeed.
And one of the things that, in my mind, my thought process is that the sport needs something, because it seems like it's dying. We're not getting good players like that as much.
Okay.
We have one or two, but you know, it was a time when you had a lot of players that selectors had a tough time to select the team.
Okay.
So
So is that even true in the not the Parish League, the ACA, the league, the 2-day league, and the 40?
and I, to be honest, I would say, you know, I started my cricket at Parish League. I was a 10-year-old youngster, hiding my clothes in my bag because my parents said, ball too hard for you, where you going? Right? And Parish League is where I started. And I got to play with people like Austin Richards Jr., Jensen Joseph, persons that would have been recognized at the higher
level.
That kind of gave me that inspiration and what to play. So, you know, Parish League is important, and maybe I think that we should take it a little bit more seriously and getting in the youngsters to play more Parish League, because you never know.
Yes.
It's an inspirational side of things.
Well, kudos to Taddy and his team for keeping at it and trying to keep the Parish League competition alive. As we are into that, though, what about schools cricket now? Do you think that we have fallen down nationally in terms of our organization of schools cricket and the importance that we place on it?
I haven't followed school cricket that much this year. I know I've heard some big scores. I heard Jack Van Atten made a double century this year. And when I heard that, I asked one of my friends, what they bowling on hand? Because, I mean, in my time, there were quite a few players that if you got a big half century, it's a good score, you know. If you get a century, I mean, Devon Thomas was one of those persons that I played with, and he would score centuries, but it was a good century. It wasn't nothing that, you know, you would have to really bat to make it runs. I was told that the level is just not there at this time. Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
They have some players that like Jack One, who would have had Leeward Islands experience.
Like who?
Jack One, he would have played for the Leeward Islands on 19. So obviously I'm expecting him to dominate. But in terms of the work that is going down behind the school cricket, I'm not certain as to what is happening. But definitely we need more youngsters involved. When I was younger, the late Hayden Walsh Sr. used to have an academy called the Technical Cricket Academy, where a lot of cricketers bred from that. I'm not sure if we do have academies like that
anymore.
Right. But yeah, we need to rebuild.
We need to rebuild. Certainly, certainly. Well, it's always good when we get the youths involved in properly organized structures.
Yes.
From so that we can get them into the game early at a good level with good coaching, etc. But Clayton, anything you'd like to say to us before we wrap up this little interview?
Well, no, I think we've talked it out. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us on the Parish League Network. And unfortunate the state of the match in this match, but that's cricket for you. Thanks a lot.
Tomorrow's another day. Okay, thank you. Thanks so much.
Okay, Mark.